very excited to bring positive to Connecticut. And this is really an interesting setup that we had from the folks that just gave a beautiful presentation on recycling. Glass is a major problem in the Northeast and throughout the country. We have found a solution for MRF glass, for every pound of MRF glass, sincerely. Glass has never had an end market, and that's part of the problem, as was spoken about earlier, not having an end market for the material to contribute towards. And concrete is that end market, and cement replacement is the opportunity for positive, because we have found through years of testing and development that we could replace up to 40% of the cement and concrete and actually make a better concrete. We were recently given the Top 10 Green Product Award at Green Build Chicago at the USGBC's International Conference in November. And this is the second time we won this award. The first time we won it actually for an end product was Concrete Block, and a company that we used to own, Kingston Block, a masonry supply up in Kingston, New York. It's about 90 miles north of the city. We've done jobs with such engineering companies as AECOM for 2nd Avenue Subway. All of the concrete block of the 2nd Avenue Subway have the glass pozzolon in it. Just to give you a, I'm assuming that okay. So, you know, we go to talk about glass recycling. It's a major problem throughout the United States, and it's costing municipalities a tremendous amount of money to handle the glass, as you guys all know. We figured this out. This is just a graph that shows the amount of actual glass that is actually recycled. And traditionally, it has gone, MRF glass has been used, not MRF glass, but bottle redemption glass has been used to make new glass bottles. And MRF glass has really not been used. Everyone thinks that it gets recycled, but it really, unfortunately, doesn't, because it doesn't have that end market. We have filled that void because just in the city of New York alone, the state of New York uses about 3 million tons of Portland cement a year to make concrete. City of New York uses about 2 million tons. We could replace up to 40% of the cement in concrete. And think about that, you know, significant amount of glass that could be used. The plant that we're planning on developing here in Connecticut is it's starting out to be a 50,000 ton plant with the hopes that it'll grow to a 100,000 ton plant. So we think about glass and all of the contamination that is found in glass. We could process up to 20% non-glass contaminant in the in-stream coming into our manufacturing plant. We're not recyclers. We're manufacturers of an actual product, and that product is made under very high standards and quality controls. We have also developed an opportunity for CRT panel glass. CRT panel glass is the non-leaded portion of a catheter ray tube, and through years of really hard work, we've created an opportunity for that. And we just finished up a long-term study with Rochester Institute of Technology, and the Staples Business sponsored a program that showcases the testing that was all done, third or fourth party testing on that. So we're really excited about that. And, you know, we think about cement in itself. The positive actually reduces the carbon footprint of the concrete by reducing the amount of cement. For every ton of Portland cement that's manufactured in the United States, and actually globally, about a ton of CO2 gas emissions occur. So it's a pound-for-pound equation. A pound of mass generates a pound of gas. So in the end, by reducing the amount of cement that's used in concrete, we're actually drastically reducing the amount of carbon emissions and greenhouse gas emissions that are emitted into the atmosphere. And this is proven. City College of New York and the Durst organization sponsored an amazing in-depth study of glass that positive is the focus on. And it's long-term testing, 2,000 freeze-thaw cycle testing, so many linear shrinkage, compressive strength, modulus of elasticity, so many great benefits that glass offers to concrete. So we're excited, and for sure, this is going to be a great opportunity for the folks in giving a regional answer to glass. Some of the buildings that are actually built with glass pozzolan. Went into pre-stressed concrete hollow core plank, high-strength concrete block, poured-in-place concrete, and we work with some of the largest engineering firms in the country. And I was actually, we're really excited about the 2nd Avenue subway. Every concrete block in the 2nd Avenue subway has about 1.5 pounds of positive in it. And there's about 1,300,000 8-inch equivalents in that system. So it's really a great example for the material and how it's used. But now we're working with a company called O&G Industries in Connecticut. And this actually represents a perfect circular example for the use of glass, MRF glass. Like has been said earlier, it's only good unless you use it. Unless it actually is being used and brought back into the marketplace, it's not really recycled. So what we do is we manufacture the pozzolan. We don't harvest. The recyclers bring us the MRF glass. We process that MRF glass into a pozzolan that goes to the concrete manufacturers like an O&G. And they then take that material and bring it back to the urban center from which that recyclable was derived. So that truly is a perfect example of recycling and a perfect opportunity for the circular economy. One quick example of that too is we took the UN glass, the window glass out of the United Nations. We backhauled it on our concrete block trucks. We processed it into the positive and went back to the UN in the form of a permeable paver made by the Unilock Paper Company. So that was done, a couple of years back. But a big deal, and it truly is. All of the stakeholders in this have a hand in it. I mean, for sure. The design community, the engineering community, the actual end users, and the actual folks that are recycling. It's all so important, and it's something that we all could benefit from. This is an example of a recent opportunity that we had with the Durst organization. We did this field test for pumpability of the concrete. No issues. Wonderful opportunity. Increased compressive strength on the actual mix design, and that's my forte. Is I'm not, like I say, I'm not a public speaker per se, but my forte is concrete and cement. So very boring, unsexy topic, but glass is really a cool thing. It's really caught my passion over the past 20 years. I've been so fortunate to be mentored by one of the founders of the U.S. Green Building Council, myself, Robert Fox, from Cook Fox Architects. And he's actually put me on this journey 20 years ago. So I can tell you that story, but I only have 15 minutes, otherwise I'm going to get the hook, as I've been told. So I could speak about this for literally hours. So, just going back to show some of the studies that were done, And we're so excited about this because this reflects the ability for concrete that's batched with positive to actually reduce chloride penetration. Again, you know, to know about that is that here in the Northeast we use a lot of salt, road salt. And you know, you think about bridge decks, sidewalks and such. And then you think about the embedded structural steel in that concrete. It gets corroded because the chlorides penetrate through the concrete and, you know, corrodes the structural steel, which reduces the life cycle of that concrete. The good news about positive is it actually stops that chloride from penetrating dramatically. Oh, that was a sign. I got 5 minutes. Okay. This is a site plan of a positive plant. That would be a typical positive plant. It's a manufacturing facility. It's not a recycling facility. And it very high standards of quality controls goes on in that. And basically, it's truly an opportunity to create a circular example for the state of Connecticut and the Northeast, especially given all of the stresses in the glass recycling industry with the Ardor Group glass bottle plant closing in Milford. So we're excited, and I thank you so much for the opportunity to come and speak with your group, and it's wonderful. So did I make my time on it? Okay, good. So thank you very much. And,